All right, now let's get the instrument cluster opened up. Has a little nice little foam here. Great packaging, love that. Nice, colorful user manual, shows you how to do everything. Fantastic. Everything is nice and cleanly wrapped. We got our cables here, that's our ODB. And we'll use that, our little AMD wiring harness. So we got the AMD and Intel, so that's good. Pry opening tool. Actually, I have Intel, so I'll be doing the Intel install. All the necessary wires perfectly wrapped so that you can use, just like the Intel wiring harness, which I'll be using, our connector cables, front bumper cam. I won't be installing the front bumper cam. I don't need it, but it's nice that they have it. And if I ever want to install it in the future, I will. And you have the nice bracket here, which goes right on the dash, and then the beautiful instrument cluster right here. So let's get this undone and check out how it looks. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for choosing. I won't peel this off yet, but I'll just give you a little sneak peek there. All right, so let's start the installation process. We'll go through that, then afterwards we'll go through all the settings that this device has. Stay tuned. First things first, we're just going to remove this side panel and the left side trim. Just like that. And then remove the right side trim. Right side panel. Then we can remove this weather stripping here. There's also a little tab we'll have to remove here, a little plastic tab. Just kind of get it in there, just kind of pull it out, and that should come out. Just like that. And allow this panel to come off as well. There we go. Now that I got my light disconnected, that's only if you have that. Not too many people do. So now we're just going to start to lift up using the pry tool, or your hands. Just want to get this plate up, like so. Not too bad. Just kind of get it up. Not bad at all. You can just use your hands. And then we'll go to the driver's side. Up the driver's side as well. Just like that. Okay, dash comes off. We're going to take our wire and our bracket. We're going to pass the wire through this bracket and into the 39th hole in the dash. So let's count 39. Mounting the camera front bumper, you're going to pass both of these cables through the bracket. I'm not doing the camera, so I'm just going to be doing connection cable 1. You can bend the cables, get it at an angle to where they all come out the bottom, just like that. All right, now pass the cables through. All right, just like so. We'll leave a little bit of slack there. All right, next up, we're going to find the 39th hole. All the way from the left is 1, all the way to 39, and then pass those cables down in. Okay, now that we've got the 39th hole, we'll just go ahead and slide this through there. Perfect. Down, then we'll flip this over. So we'll go ahead and throw those in like so. It's cool, actually, so you got an extra hole there in case you wanted to do the bumper cam. Okay, get your butt in here, buddy. All right, so now we'll go ahead and connect the USB-C cable, which is just here, to the part that says 5 volt. It'll go in just like so. And just align the back hole there right into the bracket and press down and lock in. And we got our wire. So now we can go ahead and put the dash back in the car, and we'll run the wire right along the right side. right, now just go ahead and place the dash right in its place and run this wire right alongside the right side, avoiding any areas where it could get caught when locking back in place. Okay, now we got the dash back in place, but I didn't buckle it down. After everything's powered on, I want to make sure it works. I don't want to buckle everything down just in case we have to remove the unit. Now, if you're on AMD, apparently you got the easy job where you'll just be connecting right along here for your power cables. I am old school AMD, so I'm going to remove this bottom plate underneath here to reach the computer to plug in the harness. One more tab here. That will allow us to get to this corner section there. So just a question I got, I'm gonna have to mess with it. I have an Intel 100%, I'll even show you on the screen. Intel Atom. But I do have the connection there that apparently the AMD cars are supposed to have. So it's just a little weird, so maybe because they were on the verge of switching to AMD, I might not have to disconnect that connector from the computer. I'll have to test it first and see. So some Intel cars may still be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and test this, even though it is Intel. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in here and see if this works. If it doesn't, I will use that connection up top with the cable. But it's here, I might as well test and see if it works. So we'll just get that in. Okay, that's snapped in there. So we are all good there. And then power. I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect this one here, which is the power. And then we'll plug this one in its place. And then this one should go right in there. Sorry for the one-handed operation here. Okay. And then so everything fits, so we'll see. It does in some Intel cars work. This is a 2021 Model Y June build. So it was almost about to switch to AMD, so maybe they did put that cable there, which is very nice. All right, so next we have these little wires here that are hanging loose. We're just going to put the harness on that and then connect this into the little computer there. And then we'll turn on and test it and see if everything works. I'm hoping it does, because then I don't got to go up, baby. Okay, so just like that, they should all be aligned. Red one first, and then just slide them in place. Make sure they lock. Like so. All the way in. Nice and snug. And then they should stay in after that. Perfect. Then we'll just connect this to the side here. Go ahead and remove that label there. Okay, there's our nice, beautiful screen there. Really, really cool. Looks amazing. So this thing can do all types of things. So you see you got your settings there. You got CarPlay, Android Auto, and then you can even map the screen to the scroll wheels so that when you scroll, it actually changes. Oh, it actually did it right now without me doing anything. So a fast scroll apparently will change the UI. So you're getting like the different UIs there. That's just by me fast scrolling. And you can change the color of your car. And then if you slow scroll, like I'm doing now, you can actually see the different settings there. Really cool. Let's see what of my vehicle. So you also have your avenue on and off, AHD, 12-hour 24, general or American as far as the stands go. Oh, we can change red here, so I can change my car. Light, dark, auto, I like dark. So cool. You have your the controls and the system, and the fonts look exactly how Tesla's are. So we've got PSI, which is great. I'll use the loudspeaker, auto manual, and we have our switches on and off for the scroll wheels, I believe. Left, right, Celsius and Fahrenheit. On, off for the door icons, I believe. And AHD, I'll have to see what that is too. That we went through the system. You have English, you have different UIs. I don't know what that is. It might be our speed settings there, and our time, which I can set that. It might already be set, but I'll set that a little bit later. And then once again, you have your software settings. And like I said, we were downloading the Model Y. Oh, there it goes. So perfect. Now it's downloading. Didn't download the first time. All right, so let's just let that finish, and we will install and see if there's anything new that it shows us. Okay, update is finished. Let's go ahead. It's restarting right now. You can also do an MCU update as well. I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. So I got a Tesla Model Y and then an MCU update. Let's do both. Okay, and make sure you guys do the MCU update. I had a slight issue with mine, and the MCU update fixed it. Okay, let's quickly go over the screen. I promise my hands are still on the wheel. So on the left-hand side, you got your miles per hour. If you go over the speed limit, as I'm about to do like so, it will turn red. Great feature. Bottom left corner, we got the battery icon. You also have how much battery you have left in miles, and we have the temperature as well. We have the nice display icon. Just get into this lane here, 1 second. Okay, we're back on track, and we have the car visualization, autopilot, speed signal as well. And on the right there is where you have your menu, like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. While driving, you could just use your scroll wheel like I'm doing here, very slowly move up and down, and you'll see it shift between tire pressure, Android Auto, settings, and Apple CarPlay. If you move fast like that, you will switch the UI. You will see there that the UI is now switching to a different UI. So I think there's 4 or 5, I'm not sure, and you can just keep fast scrolling to get different UIs which have different gauges as well. So that's the driving functionality. Now let's show some of the other things like blind spot camera and autopilot as well. All right, now we're going to test out the blind spot. It looks like when a car comes to your left or right, it'll turn yellow. So let's see if it does that. It did it earlier. Gives you a nice little warning that there's a car to the left of you. There it is. Then if I put on my blinker, it will turn red and let me know, do not go, somebody is there. Very nice. And then when the car disappears or gets in front of you or behind you, it turns back clear again. Great features. It's just so hard sometimes looking at the screen when there's a car with that blind spot warning system, but having it pop up right in front of you is very nice. Don't have to move your head at all, so shouldn't go into anybody's lane. Great feature, great design. Okay, as you can see, I got Apple CarPlay set up, so we have our maps, Apple Music, text messages, our maps as well. You still got your miles per hour, so Android Auto and Apple CarPlay work really well on this device. Okay, Android Auto is working great as well. No issues there. I can also feel the air coming up over the top, so you don't got to worry about the air completely being blocked. It looks like it's flowing right over the top, and I can feel it. It also is probably coming underneath as well. It's giving me my speed as well. So far, so good. All right, and you get these cool autopilot visuals as well when you go into autopilot, which is really cool. You get the rainbow road, and it also supports screen animation. So when you open up the trunk or the doors or the front, you get the animations when they open and when they close. This thing's got it all, and it's really cool to watch the quality that was put into this. Very, very nice. And I want to thank everybody for watching. That was a very long install video, but it was worth it.
That was the HotSunTesTec heads-up display for Tesla Model Y 2020 through 2024 or Model 3 2016 through 2023. It was a pleasure installing this great device. I'm going to keep this in my car for the foreseeable future and enjoy this every day. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.